Well, this is the big one. The WWE presents its 37th SummerSlam event. This time, we're coming live from the Dog Pound, Cleveland Brown Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. First time in 29 years that the event has been held in Cleveland. You have to go back to the 1996 event in the Gund Arena for that one, now known as the Rocket Mortgage Arena for that one. 7 matches on the card. I will run these down based on order of significance in relation to the card. Intercontinental title match. Sami Zayn versus Bron Breakker. I am going to go Bron on this one. The reason being, Sami's title reign has kind of been spinning its wheels as of late. And it'd be nice to basically get the belt off him so he can be reinserted in what I'm hoping will be a Bloodline Civil War that culminates at Survivor Series on November 30th. Bayley against Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. I'm going to take Bayley to retain, but there's a twist. Considering she's going against the living embodiment of collateral damage, Nia, and the fact that Nia has a very short temper when she loses, this is going to leave the door open for Ms. Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton, to sneak in, cash in, turn in her briefcase, cash in the contract, 1, 2, 3, and it's Tiffy time. So while Bayley may win the battle, she ends up ultimately losing the war, and Tiffany Stratton slips out and gets out of the Dog Pound, the new WWE Women's Champion, at least in my perspective. The final match on the card that I think is going to be a little lower on the bar is for the WWE United States title, as Logan Paul defends the gold against LA Knight. Yeah! And in my view, this is what's been built up since. In my view, this has been getting built up since the Elimination Chamber. Would have I preferred this match to happen at WrestleMania? Yes. Well, yeah, this should have happened at WrestleMania, but nope. They had to stretch it out. And when you consider that Logan operates more like on the Brock Lesnar style contract, i.e. a part-timer, this is where they got to pull the trigger and getting that belt off him and put it on a full-timer. Do I wish that LA Knight's stock would skyrocket higher than the U.S. title? Yes. But is this a case of take what you can get? Definite. Yeah. Do I believe LA Knight's walking out tomorrow night with that U.S. title in hand? Yeah. I'm giving it to LA Knight. Yeah. Now, why is it that the last 4 matches are difficult for me to sort? Well, look at how they're set up. We'll start with Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley for the Women's World title. Liv took Rhea out with an elbow injury. Rhea was forced to vacate the title in April. This led to a battle royal where the title was won by Becky. She would lose the title to Liv at Night Champions in May. And since May, she has been tormenting and harassing Dirty Dom Mysterio, who, in my view, has been the linchpin of this little feud. This is a tough one. Is Dirty Dom gonna stay true to Mommy? Or is he turning on Liv because of the abuse he suffered at the hands of Mommy as of late? I mean, the ignorance up until recently, ignoring his advances, his mommy has been as of late. Anyone get those Eddie China vibes from the early 2000s, or is it just me? I don't know. And again, Dom has been looking less like his father Ray and more like his quote-unquote kayfabe blood father, Uncle Eddie. Down to the 2000s mullet and the goatee. This will be tough. On the one hand, you do want mommy to get her vengeance and get that belt back. But on the other hand, do you want her to chase and turn babyface? I mean, there is something of a coup that's reaching its boiling point within the Judgment Day, instigated by Finn. And the question is, which side of that coup will Dom be on? Will he be on the side that supports the coup, that being Finn, JD, and Carlito, or will he be on the side against it of Rhea and Dom Dom? Regardless, I'm going to say Rhea leaves with the title in hand. Now, assuming there is a coup, this bleeds into our next match. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest defends against the 2024 King of the Ring, Zayn General Gunther. And this is a no-brainer. Gunther walks in as challenger, but walks out the new World Heavyweight Champion so he can defend the title at the end of the month at Bash in Berlin. It makes perfect sense when you think about it from that perspective. If this was Vince at the helm, he wouldn't do this, but it's Trips. But this is Trips at the helm. Now let's move on. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Special guest referee, Seth Freakin Rollins. This is a triangle that I think is going to culminate at at Bad Blood in a triple threat Hell in a Cell match. Punk screwed McIntyre out of the title, not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. One of those times, the most recent one at Money in the Bank, also includes Seth Rollins. Because of Punk getting involved with Drew, Priest was able to get at Toronto with the title in hand, and Seth can no longer challenge Damian for the title again, for the world title again. Do I think he sides more with Drew than he does Punk? I'd say yes. I mean, they've been building this heel turn for quite some time. And they've been building a heel turn for quite some time. And for Seth, ever since he dropped the World Heavyweight title. Or rather, you could say they've been building this heel turn up, going back to Survivor Series of last year when Punk returned. That said, I am going to take Drew to win this. Seth is going to fuck over Punk. This sets up him and Punk at Bash in Berlin, and then when Punk gets Seth out of the way, he goes after Drew, and they sell it once and for all at Bad Blood inside Hell in a Cell. It's the only way they could sell this damn thing. It's the only way they're going to sell this damn thing. Finally, the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, defends against the new quote-unquote tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. Now, in regards to having Roman and Jimmy Uso return and turn babyface, they got to pull the trigger here. Whether this is before, regardless if Solo becomes champion or not, and I am hoping he doesn't, the trigger must be pulled on Roman and Jimmy coming back to fuck over Solo. Jay and Sami will do what they can to help Cody, but I don't think it'll be enough. They need Jimmy and Roman to return at this point. At that point, Roman turns babyface, Cody retains, and we set up the Bloodline Civil War. Now, why do I say let Cody retain? Because this is going to be my pick. Cody wins. But why set up the Civil War without the title in the picture? Personally, I don't really think it fucking needs the WWE Undisputed WWE Championship as the X factor in the equation. And to be the reason for Roman to come back. If Roman is going to come back at tomorrow night at SummerSlam, it's going to be under the following factors. 1, to atone with the locker room and the fans for his crimes over the last 3.5 years. 2, make amends with Jimmy and Jay for how he basically made them his whipping boys. And 3, most importantly, expose the real ringleader of this current iteration of the bloodline as not being Solo, but The Rock. And this sets up what happens down the line. I mean, I could see a SmackDown-oriented Hell in a Cell with Roman versus Solo, with Roman losing because Hikuleo shows up, and this in turn sets up War Games at Survivor Series between the new the OG bloodline. In this case, it would be Roman, Jimmy J, Sami, and maybe Cody reinserts himself back into the fight because he also wants to get his hands on the final boss. So yeah, Cody's going to be stuck in the story within another couple of months after SummerSlam. And Solo, Tama, Tonga, Jacob, and Leo. That's when I'm setting it up. Cody walks in and out of Cleveland by the skin of his teeth, still the undisputed WWE champion. Bank on it. Because we're setting up for the bloodline civil war, the true bloodline civil war between now and November the 30th. From August 5th, August 9th, to November the 30th, where it all comes to a head at War Games, wherever Survivor Series is held. And trust me, I do believe the event is going to happen on November the 30th. That's it for tonight. For those wondering why I opted to go solo, my partner in crime, he's out of town until August 8th. And my normal partner in crime, Mega Man and G, out of town until August 8th. And everyone else I contacted to see if they'd help, they were busy tonight. Not going to hold that against them. Or they never got back to me. Sometimes both. Comment, like, and subscribe. This is Mets228 signing out. Goodbye. And good fucking night. Bang.